Hi guys, Richard from Forsyth Video here. Meet Sheena. This is a First Act Sheena. A pretty cool guitar, I think from the late 90s, early 2000s. Not a whole lot of information about them out there, but I really dig this retro style. When I got it, it was all dirty and dusty, and this fretboard was all gross, but it's a really nice maple fretboard. I really enjoy the figuring on it. I like the inverted black dots on the bottom, the black markers. However, the board itself is unfinished, so if you own a Sheena, you're probably going to need to clean that fretboard and then maybe oil it relatively often. The tuners are pretty bone stock, just what you would expect on a production guitar. The rest of the hardware, pretty similar, though I do like this tailpiece right here. That's pretty cool. It's like a slightly more vintagey design, and it looks like it's something that is installed by a simple router coming through, just zip, and they have room for it, just like where the strings come through the body in one of these. Just a quick little zip with the router, and then your holes don't have to be exactly straight to work. In our most recent video, we were actually working on a First Act where we had some fun making a string through conversion. I enjoyed that very much. So I got this from my buddy Anthony. Anthony, if you're watching, thanks, man. And it's definitely one of the most retro guitars I own. Check out this headstock. It's almost a scroll on the end there. That's pretty vintage Fender reminiscent. Rickenbacker almost looking. I really dig this guitar. The frets are, I would say, medium jumbo. They're slightly higher than your standard medium frets, but they're about medium width. And it's got binding along the whole sides and the neck and the headstock. Very cool. The neck shape is, I would call it a C shape, maybe a D, but it's a little more rounded than a D shape. And if you're like me and you play a lot of heavy metal guitars, you'll feel that this has a little more beefiness to the neck. And I like the Ibanez SZ, which is a thicker neck than your standard Ibanez guitar, like thicker than an RG Wizard neck or something like that. So this is actually fairly comfortable for me. I dig it. I believe the scale is 25/5, but don't quote me on that. Didn't look it up. Should have. What I really like about it, single coil, humbucker size in the neck position, humbucker in the bridge position. There's quite the disparity in output between them. So this guy has a lot more output than this guy. So if I were to keep this guitar, I would lower that, but it kind of looks cool where it's at. Their pickups have this distinctive pattern, which you'll notice on their cheaper models will just be plastic without this chrome ring around it to add that little bit of class there. On the more, I guess, expensive models from the time, they had this chrome around them and a couple other designs. It has a flame maple top that could be a veneer, but it's nice looking. It's not, you know, quadruple A or anything, but it's nice looking. That neck has a really cool figuring on the back of it as well, which I really dig. So it's blue, but you can see through it. It's transparent. You can see the grain on the back. It's a poplar body, so you can see that long grain in the poplar. It's not as distinct as ash or something like that, but it's also far from being as tight a grain as mahogany, but it still looks okay. Neck joint is surprisingly comfortable. You can get all the way up here. Your hand runs into right here, but since it's got such a shallow angle here, there's plenty of room to get your fingers up there and play. But the pickups are a little muddy with anything high gain. So what you were just listening to was the neck position humbucker. I'm sorry, the neck position single coil. That's what this sounds like. If we roll off the tone a little bit, my favorite sound on this guitar is the pickup in the neck position at full bore. In the middle, you'll see there's an increased punch. Doesn't have the clarity of the neck pickup alone. And in the bridge position, much more boxy mid-range. I know you guys can hear that. It's And that's with the tone all the way up on the bridge humbucker, so if you turn it all the way down, just nowhere near as bright as that neck pickup. And I'm purposefully going into a fairly bright sounding amp. It's a Fender Vaporizer. Bridge, middle, neck. So what I do like, distinct tones between the pickups. You have your volume tone set up, and you can actually roll off if you have it in the center position. You can completely roll off one of the pickups all the way down if you like, which just means that you have like infinite variability of tone in between those two pickups as you roll them up and down. So that's cool. I do like that. A lot of guitars are wired in such a way that if you cut one of the knobs, the volume knobs all the way down, you lose both pickups. Not on this guitar. I'm making this video very quickly. Normally for a guitar talk video I like to do a little more research, but again, there's not a whole lot of these available to research out there. But like I said, I got this from my buddy Anthony, and I really appreciated it. And as a joke, after I cleaned it up, I say a joke, as market research, I put it on eBay to see what it would go for, and I put it up at a fairly high price, figure nobody would buy it, and somebody bought it almost immediately, so now it has to go to a new home. I had planned on keeping this and recording some garage rock tunes with it into a cleanish amp with maybe a little bit of grit. This breaks up nicely. Great for rock and roll tones, great for garage rock, not for anything high gain. The moment you put high gain, you can tell the pickups are a little bit microphonic. They're very muddy, not good for high gain. But still, a very cool retro vintage guitar, and definitely a step above anything First Act from Walmart, which is kind of what killed their brand. But thanks for checking out the Sheena. I appreciate you guys sticking around this far. And I do want to give a quick shout out to a viewer on the channel named John. As you know, we love our animals here at Forsyth Video. You guys have watched my videos. You've probably seen the Porch Kitties, and you've definitely seen Coconut because he helps me out in every project I do. And John commented that he recently lost his cat, Shannon. So our hearts go out to John. Leave him some love down in the comments for me. Say some nice things to John and help him get his spirits up. You know, it hurts to lose a friend and a family member. And a fur baby is both of those things. So I don't know where I'd be if I lost Coconut. So John, hearts are with you, man. Keep your head up. I'm sure wherever Shannon is, she's happy now and that you gave her a good life. And just keep your head up, man. So thanks for watching, everybody. Checking out the Sheena with me. I will see you next time, very soon, for work on our First Act guitar. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.